Alright, welcome back from that break. And in the last session, we all met up in the Yawning Portal Tavern. You guys had a few drinks, fought a troll, knocked out a few bandits, and got requisitioned by Volo to go and find one of his friends.
Well, to be fair, Yagra was the one that knocked out the bandits. We just kind of...
Well,
she took care of herself on that one. We just took care of the troll.
That is very true. He's given each character 10 gold. Did everybody add that to their sheets?
Oh, he gave us each 10 gold.
Yes.
Oh.
And it was and he was also offering 100 when it was finished. Each.
Yeah, Ethereal does not wish to have the 10, so she is giving it to you guys to do as you wish with.
So I'll take the gold.
So each of you would get another 2, so each of you would take 12.
I don't want any of Ethereal's gold. I feel like that would be...
I'll take it. I know how important this stuff is.
Okay, so that means you get another. So you get 13 gold, and I'll get 13 gold.
There you go.
Okay.
Right. So it's 10 apiece, and then she gave 2 to everyone, and there's 2 gold floating now. So
okay.
1 gold goes to Cookie, 1 gold comes to me.
All right. So we each have 13 gold.
Except for Tim and Ren. They only have 12.
There was some leftover gold.
Okay, so some of the details that Volo gave in his descriptions, him and his friend Floon were drinking at the Skewered Dragon. That was the name of the tavern that they were at. It's in between Net Street and Fillet Lane, right here in the yellow box. Is there any other questions that you'd like to ask about that?
What is your quest?
To find Floon.
No, I don't have anything. I already said I'm not talking to this guy.
Wait a minute.
Do you remember the description of Floon that he gave?
He has red hair.
Yeah, red.
It's wavy red hair.
Reddish blonde. Yep. He was dressed real nice. I think Volo left a little bit before him because Floon met up with a friend. So, all right, you guys are all set to leave the Yawning Portal, which is up here on the right here. I showed it on the map, and it looks like you should be able to come down Snail Street pretty well, down towards Fillet Lane, and the Skewered Dragon would be probably in one of these shops here in the inner parts of somewhere in here. That would be my best guess as to where its location. It's in one of the back alley areas. So, what would you guys like to do first?
I'm down for going down there and checking the place out. Very cautiously. Like Snail Street, not so cautious, but once we get to Fillet Lane, I mean, somebody went missing around here, so we might as well be a little bit cautious.
I'm not accustomed to the city. Are any of you well knowledgeable about the city?
Really. Actually, let me go up here. I think I get Wanderer. You have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. In addition, you can find... Okay, never mind. That doesn't apply.
I've lived in this city for a long time. I would think that I get something.
Oh yeah, he was from a noble family around here, right? So he should probably know the city pretty well.
Would you be sharing the fact that you're from a noble family with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from the Great Rosnar family.
The Great Rosnars.
Would that conflict with my backstory since it was nobles that like tortured me?
I guess that it probably would be up to you if you have an issue with just the particular people who tortured you, or if you have an issue with all nobles. That's something that you would probably need to decide.
Okay, so what direction are you guys heading, and what are you doing? You got a whole city in front of you. Describe what you're doing.
So I'm gonna ask the party, do we need supplies?
I'm good. We're in a city. I'm more of an outdoorsy guy.
Okay. So if we don't need supplies, then I'm going to ask Ren if he would lead us to the 2 streets to the area we believe the tavern.
All right, I shall lead on.
Lead on, good sir.
All right. So you guys head
Then
out.
break out the coconuts.
Can I fly above them?
Well, I suppose you possibly could. So,
Okay.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna fly above y'all because walking's for weird.
Can Tim pull out the coconuts?
Tim can pull out the coconuts.
You
Tim
gotta
has pulled out the coconuts. And we'll follow Ren behind him, mimicking a horse noise.
So now you gotta actually make the noise as you're going.
Yeah, you actually have to make the noise. Do you guys have coconuts in the
I was
house?
gonna say, you're gonna have plastic coconuts.
Hmm.
Oh, you just kind of gotta clap your hands. There you go. All right, so you guys leave the.
Okay.
All right, you guys leave the yawning portal, and you head out this way, right? Are you guys gonna go down Snail Street? Which way you guys heading?
I would say Snail Street
Well,
looks like a straight shot.
That would be up to Ren. He is our guide in this city.
Unless he's like, nah, not Snail Street. Let's go this way.
Yeah, I'll say Snail Street because it's like a direct line.
Okay, so as you guys are walking down Snail Street, you get roughly to the corner of let's see, what, Fish Street area here. And right here, as it starts to turn and go this way, as you turn the corner, you find yourselves on a street that has been cordoned off by City Watch. Lying on the cobblestone are a half-dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning witnesses. One of the officers sees you and yells, "Get on," she says. "Nothing to see here." What do you do?
Would I see this if I'm up in the air?
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice the people that are either dead or being hauled away, and see if I recognize them by any chance?
Sure.
The mighty 6.
A mighty 6.
Yeah, you see that there's what did it say? Half-dozen corpses, and you can tell that they look quite a lot like the people that accosted Yagra in the thing. Some of them have some tattoos on their neck. One of them has like a winged serpent, and I think there's one of them that you can see in there that has that on it. But you don't really see a whole lot more.
And there's 12 of them there?
A half dozen, about 6 corpses, and
Oh.
three guys that are alive.
Well, we shouldn't intrude on official police business. We should probably go around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's not going to question the fact that Tim has coconuts. All right.
So we'll go down. I'll lead
They probably
down
just
this
give you a
street.
weird look.
You can come this way too. Anyway. Which way are you going?
Yeah. We'll go through the alleyways.
Well,
Direct line.
That's not technically an alley. That's a street. That's just a smaller street.
It says Troll Crook Alley.
It says alley.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I suppose.
So we'll go down the alleyways to Fillet Lane.
Hold on. Here you go. As you're turning to leave the closed street, you suddenly hear a loud shout. Get him! You see 3 of the city watch guards frantically scrambling to catch one of the bandits who sprung to his feet and swiftly making his way out of the cordoned off street right past you.
I
Is he
want to
wearing-
fly over to him and drop in front of him.
Is he wearing metal?
No, he's
Just
just
want to
got
electrocute something.
Pikachu.
DM.
I just closed my book. Hold on. Okay, what? What do
I
you
want to
guys-
fly over and drop in front of him.
Okay.
I think Locatos is just kind of like backing up out of the way because he doesn't really know protocol in the city. So
Yeah.
he's just
So what are you
he's just
trying?
kind of like, whoa.
I am definitely as far away as possible from this person.
So each of you, are you doing anything?
I'm just kind of like watching
I
him
said
and
I was dropping in front of him.
Well, I know, but what are you doing? Are you trying
I'm gonna
to?
I'm gonna try and grab him.
All right. Let me have an acrobatics or an athletics check. Let me see if here. Creatures and monsters. And what was it?
13.
13. And it would be... What is the acrobatics? That is dexterity, right?
Yes.
And you have a 13? So just as you go to grab him, he kind of does a big duck and turn, and you like just barely miss him. He's still running past you. Does anybody else do anything?
Are the guards chasing as well?
Yes, there's 3 guards chasing. This guy is like just ahead of him, running right in your direction.
Can I stick my foot out and try and trip him?
Sure. Same roll. It's either an
Acrobatics?
acrobat or athletics, either one. Where's
That's a 9.
a 9?
Nada.
Yeah. He sees it and he's able to.
I'm gonna try
Yeah,
and
that's it.
stop him.
All right. What is it?
17.
17? All right. You are able to grab him as he's starting to
you
run
just like
past you.
clothesline him.
Yeah, you just reach out, you grab him, and kind of tackle him to the ground. And as he does, he kind of gives you this weird glancing grimace, and he says, "We'll remember that."
Excuse me, is that a threat?
A threat to a noble.
I think that's against the law.
Yeah, I do believe that was against the law.
And Ren,
Officer,
there
while
are-
he's on the ground, I think our noble friend would like to press more charges.
I would.
Oh, you want to press charges on that?
Yes.
While you have this,
He has insulted your honor.
And my family.
so the guard pulls out his notebook and he writes a little thing in there. Says, "So, what's your name?"
Ren Rosnar.
Ren. How do you spell that?
W-R-E-N.
W. That. So you're Ren.
He wants to know your last name.
Last name. R-O-S.
R.
Z-N-A-R.
Razir. I got it. Razir. We shall take this down into account. We will add that to this list of charges. Before.
Just out of character, just so you guys know, it's not a crime to insult a noble.
He's
just-
threatened, though.
It's not in there either.
It might be.
There isn't?
We'll have to check.
No,
the
it doesn't
code
say
legal.
anything about threatening or anything like that against a noble. All it says is assaulting or impersonating,
Blackmail.
blackmailing, bribery.
Into your arm. He has bruised your beautiful, perfect skin.
So
This is assault.
the guard reaches down, picks the guy up, and he turns to you and he says, "Thank you for your assistance, but a word of advice: keep those weapons locked securely at your hip, and try not to get more of a reputation with these Zentarium scum. Let us deal with them. Move
I'm gonna
along now."
ask the officers what he did.
What do you mean? What did he do? Do you see these bodies out here?
Yes.
Well, he's obviously one of the ones responsible, but we haven't finished our investigation. And as he as he turns him around, you can see on the side of his neck he has a tattoo of a winged snake as well.
He could
Okay,
be
so
innocent.
is there any way for me to know like what a Centurion is?
Zentarium?
Yeah, can we do
Yeah.
knowledge checks?
Sure. Well, Ren lives here. He'd probably know.
What do I
Like,
know?
man, who's the Zentarium guy? Who are those guys?
You know
Do I know?
that there are a few. Let me look it up here so I get it correct. But there are a few like gangs, for lack of better words, organizations, and they are a prevalent member or one of them.
So basically, you just decided that you were going to press charges on the mafia.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
He definitely tried to assault a noble, and Ren had to defend himself.
I just want you guys to realize every movie you see about the mafia, they got connections. All right.
So since I would say he would
Yeah,
know a
so
little
ain't afraid
bit,
of murder?
the Zentarium is kind of a shadow organization that trades mercenaries and goods, and including weapons for profit.
Okay, so they're worse than the mafia. They're mercenaries.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
are
they're-
they like that? That's the question, because we could have just got an innocent man arrested.
Well, I don't think he's innocent if the police have already trying to arrest him and he's
Yeah.
running away from being arrested.
Yeah,
that-
but they said that they know he's responsible, but they don't have any evidence against him.
Well,
They never
Well,
said that they
Here's the thing: these Zentarium, are they in the city? Are they notably as being like bad guys, or are they known as being like, "Hey, we help the community," this, that, and the other?
I would suggest that they're bad guys.
Like not like they're the kind of guys that you see them walk and you get out of their way.
Yep.
my
Yeah.
thought process on this is that the people that we saw were dead. They had the similar tattoos, right?
Well, you saw one of them. It doesn't,
Well,
He-
at least one of them had a similar tattoo.
Yeah.
My thought process is that that guy is associated with this guy. Why would he kill members of his own gang?
Well, it doesn't mean that
So-
all the others were of the same gang.
No, that's true. But I'm just saying that we don't know anything yet. This guy
But you
might
do
not
know
have been
that this
behind it.
guy-
He's definitely not a good guy because he's part of a gang, but he may
What-
not have done
Yeah.
this. You
And
know?
you do know that this guy is blood soaked. He has blood all over him.
Yeah, well, may not be
Reviving.
their blood. Because apparently somebody got away from this. Somebody, somewhere. And besides, he was acting like he was dead. Which, I mean, could have been because the cops were there, or the watch, the city watch, but it could have also been because, you know, maybe whatever or whoever did that would have thought he was dead and just kind of moved on. Like he didn't want to die.
Yep. Okay, so they've recaptured this guy, and they're going back, and I think that's all that. So what are you guys doing now?
I just kind of like look at Ren and like ask him, you know, are we supposed to do that? Like, was that a good idea?
Well,
I don't know.
We could have had charges pressed against us for hampering justice. So,
Yeah, but I mean, cops were already chasing
The
him,
guards
just kinda-
thanked you for helping them out, but told you leave it to them, kind of thing.
they said to grab him.
Did they?
I'm pointing towards the alleyway, like,
Do we want to use the alleyway or do we want to use the main street?
You're just like, come on, guys, let's go. We got to get out.
The alleyway is more direct, but the
Is
main
it-
streets are.
Still blocked
Main.
off, or do we have to go around?
It's still blocked off.
All right, we should probably.
I'm
just
sure
go
there's an
around.
investigation going on.
Yeah, they're investigating the whole deal. Do you guys want to look closer, or are you gonna move on?
Did we see anybody with red hair?
Did you look?
I want to look around closer, see
I don't
if
know.
there's anything that stands out besides like
Yin
death.
Did look, but he only got a 6.
Well, he looked to see if there was anybody we knew. I'm
Essentially,
specifically
he
look-
was looking for. I'm assuming he meant that he was looking specifically for
okay.
the person we were looking for, weren't right?
All right, so we don't know if there was anybody. All right, so it was just like, I didn't see nothing. Whatever.
Yeah. he kind of looked.
Okay.
I don't see him.
I don't see the guy. All right, so I guess just keep trucking on.
All right, do we want to go through the quicker alleyways, or are we going to use the more safer main streets and then go into the alleyways? The other main streets are longer.
Well, it looks like you're gonna have to go through alleyways either way you go.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah.
either gonna have to go to Ship Street or we're gonna have to go to Zestro Street. So we're either gonna have to go over here or we're gonna have. But that's up to Ren. Ren's the city guide.
Ren is asking you guys. Do you want to go take the quicker, mostly alleyways, or
Oh,
We
the
have-
longer?
I prefer to see more of the city. As you'll notice, I'm already like making a small map of the city in my notebook.
All right, so I think we'll use the main streets because then you get to see more of the city and make
Okay.
more for your map.
Okay.
Go this way.
All right.
Here?
Wait, no, I'm trying to follow which way you're going.
Can you
orange.
see the orange arrow on the map?
Yep. I'm looking.
That.
All right, at the corner of Zastro Street and Fillet Lane. That's where you guys.
Zestro Street, Fillet Lane.
Right here. Let me make a mark.
Okay. Right there.
Yep, right there. Okay.
I mean, do we get that far, or did we turn in right here?
No, yeah, you guys, you get that far, because I don't.
Okay.
I thought you guys were coming over here.
Oh, I mean, the way his route said was we went like through this way and then over...
you guys turned? I thought he kept going.
Is there not a way there?
Oh, there might be. I don't know. I'm asking you. Which way are you going?
Are we going through this entrance, or are we going through this entrance over here?
You're going in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you went in there? I can't hear if you guys are speaking.
Yeah, that's where I thought we went.
Okay, that's fine. And all right.
But before we get any further, because this just crossed my mind, how are you doing the experience at the end of the whole session?
Chapter. It's chapter based.
Out of curiosity, since I'm probably more towards the back of the party, I'd like to see if anyone's following us while we walk this way.
All right. Go ahead and roll. Will it be a...
Come on, bigger than a 6.
Wow.
Perception?
Well, bigger than a 6.
Well,
it was bigger than a 6.
You see people all over the place. You see people who are obviously dock workers. You see people tending to different carts, but you don't notice anybody that looks out of the place.
Okay.
So you guys are... I'm trying to... Let's see. Let me change the color to blue. All right. So you guys are entering here.
Yes.
So as you go into this back alley, you notice tall, densely packed tenements, leaving most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles stolen, and it smells of salt air and excrement linger as you pass by the rows of run-down buildings.
I'm gonna ask the party, hey, look, I'm paranoid. Can we stop for like 2 seconds real fast?
Me too. I'm paranoid as well.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So, you guys are not going in there, or...
What I'm going to do is if the party allows me 10 minutes, I'm going to cast Alarm as a ritual spell where the opening is, where we just came through, and set it so that if someone walks through this area, that's not one of us, and I think it's an hour? It's 8 hours. That an alarm will go off inside my head, so I'll know that someone could be following us.
Are there people walking through this entrance as well?
Regularly?
I would assume that there would be somebody walking through
because
there.
there's buildings in there too. I mean, it's kind of...
I mean, there's buildings. I mean, we know there's a tavern. So late night people walking through there is a good possibility.
Yeah, all I'm concerned about is like after like 10 minutes of us walking away, if it goes off so that we might think that someone's following us. After that, I don't care. But it's pretty much like after, a couple minutes, if it goes off again, then we might have an idea if someone is following us.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Or also, if we decide to do something bad, like break into somewhere, we have a notice that somebody's coming.
Yeah.
Leave it to the Khajiit to be always thinking about breaking in somewhere and stealing gold.
I'm a tabaxi,
cough.
It's the same thing.
Okay, so if the party doesn't mind, then we spend 10 minutes here while I cast Alarm, and then I'll say that we're good to go.
And this whole time, I'm just kind of like curious, just kind of like looking at him like,
You'll see me.
What are you doing?
I take a tiny bell and I take this fine piece of silver and like I make a laser light basically, like all the way across from one building to the other, and the whole time I'm like ringing the bell, like ring ring, ring ring, ring ring, ring, ring. And you can see a magical line in the ground start to trace across in like an arcane light.
Is any of this shiny?
I mean, the bell might be shiny.
You see that my eyes are following the bell like this.
But once I'm done, I'm saying I'm good to go.
And I'm just like, I'm curious. Like, I go up to him. I'm like, is this natural? Like, what's with the bells? Like, isn't the city like safe or anything? Because I'm a wilderness guy. I don't know the city.
So I go. See, normal people's paranoid levels are like here, and then you got crazy people who are like here. I'm like up here.
I'm like, oh, all right.
So it's like in the forest, how if you think something's hunting you, you kind of like you look over your shoulder. I'm doing that every half step.
and I'm just like, but the beasts are out there, and I'm like pointing like like toward the wall, like I'm like they're that way.
the scariest beasts are people.
I just shrug. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Now, I mean, I obviously don't look like a person that's been around here, but I'm like, the scariest people are people. Or the scariest animals, monsters, whatever you'd like to call them.
All right.
Yeah, like I said, and I just shrug, and I'm just like, I still don't get it. Like, to me, an owl bear is a little bit more dangerous than a person, so I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Can an owl bear reason with you?
Depends.
Okay, so you wait the 10 minutes and you're able to cast the alarm spell and all that. And okay, now what do you
Continue on?
I guess we just continue and we look for the cavern. Like,
Jace.
Locatos is just kind of like looking for signs for this tavern.
All right, as right about. Click off of the arrow for a second. There you go. Draw shape. Let me change the color. Control.
He's like, if need be, we have 3 people in the party who can fly.
All right, 3.
Me and my owl can communicate with me.
You can fly?
I can fly.
All right, as you get to about here in this area, the skewered dragon looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged into the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards.
Yeah.
There's a sign outside that says the name of the tavern.
You don't really see any sign, but you can recognize that this is a tavern.
So I'm just like, it's a tavern. It's in the right area. Maybe we should check it out.
The place faces the alley and runs between that street and Fillate Street in the dock ward. Yeah.
Ren, do you happen to know if this is the tavern we're looking for?
Do I know? Mr. DM?
I would say you don't frequent the dock ward, so you may not know this. Being a noble, you may not know this particular area, because the dock ward is more of like the this would be
lowly peasants.
Well, no, this would be more of like a tavern that the old like dock workers or the people, the working people. This is the kind of their type of place.
Lowly peasants.
It's not classy enough for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have enough napkins and things.
but this is like a place that someone like Volo would want to go. Being famous, it's out of the way. Nobody might know him there. People aren't gonna associate him with a place like this, so it's a good place to go and just be able to just drink as much as you want, kind of thing. So,
I
what do you
just
guys
look
do?
at everybody like, you gonna check it out or?
Yeah, this is the first lead.
All right.
All right. So you guys walk into the tavern, and you can see it's kind of dimly lit, and the old people just kind of give you a glance from the table. They're playing 3 dragon ante. 5 men sitting around the table, and a woman behind the bar.
And this whole time, I'm just kind of like looking for exits and just kind of trying to map the place out a little bit.
Looking for trolls.
For the bathrooms.
This is like a real small place. It's nothing like the yawning portal. There's a few tables on the side, and
Ethereal's gonna creep over to the 3 dragon ante to watch over their shoulder. she has a deck, or it's like, I looked it up. It's like poker, right? It's a card game.
Yeah.
She likes 3 dragon ante, so she's gonna watch their game.
My goodness! See, this is what I was talking about. What's the difference between a Khajiit and a Tabaxi?
I'm gonna follow Ethereal and just kind of stay around her in her general area.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of like looking around, looking at exits, kind of trying to see if I can judge some of the people, what kind of people are in there.
Okay.
Like, can I make some kind of check to see what kind of people are there? Like, if I notice anybody that looks kind of like they're up to no good. Yeah, somebody that kind of like looks like they don't belong with this rowdy group of dock workers that are just trying to release some steam.
Sure.
Would that be perception?
Yeah.
Investigation? Perception?
Perception. Yeah, because you're kind of perceiving the area.
Okay.
They all look the same to you. They're all old and haggard and just kind of sitting around and drinking. That's all you know.
Wow. Okay.
It's a good thing you were not doing them shots for crit fails.
I know, right?
If you want to begin, now's the time to begin.
Yeah, I mean, if you're itching to drink and you don't have any donations.
Oh, I'm not itching for it at all. I'm just like, I don't have any donations yet, but I mean that's up to the viewers, not me. I mean, like, it's opened, but it hasn't had anything leave it. All right. Well, I don't notice anything out of the ordinary. I might as well be looking around with my eyes closed right now.
You see that the bartender, the old lady behind the bar, she's kind of standing there, doing the stereotypical polishing of the glass with an old rag. She's kind of giving you a sideways look, like she knows you guys are overdressed for this type of place, So she's just kind of watching you carefully.
Wait, I'm overdressed?
That's her expression. She.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I'm probably like walking around, and I mean, I got a chainmail shirt, but
well,
the rest
I mean,
of me is...
but you got Ren over here, who's a paladin noble.
Yeah, like, just so you guys know, I probably look wildernessy more than what the rest of you guys look like.
Half work with coconuts in hand.
He looks poor.
All right, so what are you guys doing? You just standing there watching them play cards?
I mean,
I'm gonna go up and join a game.
If she's joining, I'm joining.
Oh boy. As you guys walk
DM
a little,
is not prepared for a game.
That's all. Well, you see that there's the 5 guys sitting right there, and then as you walk in a little bit, the bartender says, "Can I help you?"
Maybe.
So
We're
you guys
looking
just,
for a guy by the name of Floon.
she kind of gives you a sideways look. It's kind of... It's like, yeah, she remembers somebody by that name. But he hasn't been in here in a couple days.
A friend of his asked us to take a look into his whereabouts. So
Oh,
he
yeah?
couldn't be found as a...
Who was this friend?
He told us his name was Volo.
Oh, Volo. Have you come to pay his tab?
His tab?
Yeah.
I knew it. Guy can't be trusted.
So what you guys looking for?
Do you have any idea where he would have been?
I'm not real sure. I saw him in here a couple nights ago, and then they left.
And do I hear this too?
Yeah, you get... Well, who all was over by the table? And who...
I mean, I was like, as soon as I walked in, like I kind of stepped to the side. Is that
Yeah, I'm sure you
far enough
heard.
from the table?
I'm sure you heard.
Okay. So I just walk up to him and I say, they were here together, and what was his name? Fulo?
Who?
The car guy, Volvo.
No, the other guy.
Floon?
Floon?
Floon. I'm just like, did Floon and Volo leave together, or did they leave at separate times?
No, there was another fellow in here. He sat with Floon for a while after Volo left, without paying his tab.
Did you recognize this guy?
I'm not that sure. He's just another well-dressed fellow.
Well dressed.
As you're talking to this woman, you catch the eye of somebody that's sitting off in the corner. And
I don't like corners.
roll a perception check. Somebody that's standing there while we're
Everyone?
talking. Yeah.
Probably only the people that are actually talking to the barkeep.
Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm done rolling perception.
Ren,
Tell me about it.
Mine's not much better.
what was that?
Natural 1 and a natural 20.
So we're gonna
I got a
average.
0!
We're gonna average that out to a 10. So
So, I was about to say, what happens in that situation?
Well, technically, he just rolled a natural 1 because
Yeah.
the other one was for advantage.
And
Yeah.
I got a 0.
yeah. So you,
I'll roll perception even though I'm watching the card game.
all right.
What's happening in the card game? Who's
All right.
winning?
So you can see that off in the corner there's a broad-shouldered dwarf with smoothly oiled black hair that's paying attention to the conversation at the bar.
So I'm going to have my owl carefully glide over to Locatos? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna have him land on your shoulder and as softly as possible paw you and kind of like do the whole like the dog pointing with his nose towards the guy at the corner.
So it's just kind of like, he like pecks my head. I'm like, what? And then he just like points over there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm like, what? Damn beast. I guess.
That would be
Well,
very interesting because owls wouldn't do that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, would I make some kind of check to see if I understand what this owl's trying to tell me? Would that be like a nature check or something?
Maybe give me an investigation. See if you can tell what this owl is actually doing.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure. You're just like, what's with the bird?
So I'm just like, get off me.
He's kind of emotional again, like, come get the bird.
Just for the record, I told you guys this was gonna happen.
So seeing that this isn't working, I'm gonna telepathically tell my owl to try Ren and do the same thing.
Let's see.
Right.
I'm sure that the guy in the corner has noticed this by now, by the way.
I think you just see this owl flying to each person that just walked in.
Oh, so which one was the
Just
first
like
one?
tapping them.
17.
17. All right. So yeah, you can kind of get the idea of, the bird's trying to point something out to you. You kind of turn around and you see what the guy that was sitting in the corner is now walking towards you. It's like I said, a broad-shouldered dwarf with smooth, oiled black hair and a multitude of different silver rings on his stubby fingers. He approaches you, sticks out his chin, and plants both fists on the table in front of you. He says, "Ain't none of these darn fools here gonna tell you nothing."
Is he wearing metal?
He's got the silver.
Trying to electrocute people.
He's got the silver ring.
Hey, look, I'm just
got
trying to
silver
defend
rings.
my party members.
He's got
I'm
the
just
silver.
trying to defend my party members. That's all.
What? He didn't do anything yet.
The key word is yet.
If they can't tell us anything, what makes you think you can?
Well,
Yeah.
he says, "If you want to know about that skinny boy and the pompous buddy, y'all have to win it from me. So what do you want to? You want to lose your coin or your consciousness?" The dwarf
We're
asks.
playing.
Rock, paper, scissors. I'm good at that.
Yes. What are we playing? Says Ethereal Puppeteer.
Yeah.
What's happening?
He points over.
Play.
He points over to the table where he was just sitting, and you see a square board with a bunch of pieces on it. It's a drow invention that's very similar to chess.
Ooh.
Let me play.
I would be very interested in this.
I'm proficient in it.
Are you really?
I am too.
Let me play.
I think I took a proficiency in the Three Dragon Ante. Yeah.
I want to
The name
play.
of this game is called Saba.
I'm
alright.
proficient in dragon chess, so
Ah.
never.
He
This is-
said
this-
it was like Dragon Chess.
Let
Yeah,
me play.
It's up to the
I
DM
like
then
chess.
if he would let you have a slight advantage because you know how the other one works.
Since if you're proficient in the other one, I suppose what's the proficiency give you?
I think +2.
+2. Since if it is +2, then I'll give you a +1 since it's a similar game.
Okay.
So the game is going to take roughly 30 minutes. Not real time, but you're going to have to roll an intelligence check, a charisma check, and a wisdom check, or deception and insight, kind of thing, because it's a game of skill on those different skills, and we'll compare the two. And whoever has the highest total out of 3 rolls wins the game. So
You can do it.
hold on. Let me figure
Yes.
out
You can do it.
how I'm gonna roll that. So we can just roll 3 d20s and add it up, and whoever has the highest wins the game. And then you get a +1 on each of the rolls.
So it's a +3.
Yeah. All right. So we'll change that to 3. All right. You ready? Ready, Kelly?
$34 and $34.
No,
No, the DM has 34. Callie has 31.
plus
Ah.
3 for her proficiency.
Oh, okay.
So they would
Plus
tie.
I see you're pretty good at this game, but not good enough to beat me. You care to try again? Maybe we'll place a little wager.
Depends what the wager is.
The dwarf pulls out a gold dragon and lays it on the table. Care to make this more interesting?
I'll do the same, and I put one on the table. Sure.
I would like to, while he's playing, I'd like to ask him all sorts of questions, like how he plays and why he did this move, and kind of try to like
Distract him?
just distract him, but also learn the game at the same time.
Oh, okay. So what do you want? How are you wanting to do that?
So as he's playing, I'm gonna be like, well, that's an interesting. No, can you like I've never played before, so can you describe to me why you did this and why this makes a difference? You know, yada yada.
Let's
What are the rules? How does this work?
let's try and roll a persuasion to see.
Sorry,
if
I didn't mean to do that.
Let's have a roll off between us, and then we'll each roll one and see if you're able to distract me. It totally works. I'm gonna give Callie an extra +1 to her game.
Callie, you get a +4 this round.
All right. So you ready, Callie? Or Linnaeus? All right. Here we go.
Okay, wait, I hit the wrong thing.
You roll. If you click on the dice in the left-hand side, you can select 3 d20s +4.
Yeah, I accidentally hit fudge instead of the d20s. I'm ready now.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Ready to roll? And you put in the +4?
No, I didn't put in the +4. If you want, I could just add it.
Yeah. Either way. Either way. All right. Here's this guy. Oh, too bad you didn't do so good that time. I'll be taking that 2 gold. Does anybody else care to try? Hey, Ethriel, you're muted.
Eat?
You're muted.
Oh.
Were you talking?
Oh, no.
Okay, I saw your lips moving and the light was red. I was just making sure.
Oh, no. I was trying to figure out where her roll was, and then I saw that it was the 113 and then the 1.
Tim will try.
If you think you're good enough. So the dwarf takes one of those gold coins and puts it on the table.
Linnaeus, make sure you minus that 1 gold.
Tim will say, why not make it 2, and we'll put down 2 gold coins.
2, you say? Alright, you got yourself a deal. Alright, so you don't have any proficiencies in, so it'd just be the 3 versus 3?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
You ready? There we go.
Hold on.
So you guys have been here now for at least an hour, going on an hour and a half, just playing this game. Oh, better luck next time, my friend.
What?
Now, I have a question for the DM.
Okay.
You said that they're doing 3 rolls of like intelligence. Is it just the d20s, or is it actually like the intelligence and stuff?
It's in this thing. It says 1 is an intelligence check, 1's a charisma check, and 1's a wisdom check. But I'm not sure how to do those rolls.
Well, for us, we should be able to click on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, and it'll roll and add our modifiers, so they're not just straight d20 roll.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We can go ahead and do that.
So, is
We'll have
that
to
what's
walk
going to happen
one
with
of you.
Tim, or?
The next roll that we do, we'll have to do that one.
Alright, so Tim lost 2 gold. Okay.
Maybe you should try a little harder.
You know what, maybe you should lose a finger.
Maybe rank.
Is Tim saying this to this man?
No, that was just me being angry because I rolled terribly.
Yeah, I was just making it a little easier. Then it'd be more kind of even, 3 versus 3 rolls. But yeah, if you
I was
guys
gonna
want to,
say, don't say that to this guy. I mean, I'll
Yeah, I don't know if he's a normal,
say-
and then that could be muy no bueno. Tim could be
Ren knows how to
specify
play.
what
I mean,
about a
like I
character.
said, don't get me wrong. I'll jump in and help you. That's not a situation I want to put myself in right now.
So yeah, if you want,
Sure
you
you
can
do. Sure you do.
go ahead and click on your intelligence. You want to play again?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, click
Gamble it all away.
click on your.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna roll the 3. All right, now click on your intelligence, your charisma, and your wisdom.
We all just develop like a gambling problem.
I didn't. I'm just standing there, just kind of like trying to figure out like
Intelligence.
why is this skill useful?
So hold on here. So after okay.
So yeah, so that would be a
Hold on.
13.
Whoop, we've lost the visual.
Hold on.
Pause.
By accident.
What do you do?
It's okay. It happens.
I tried to click back, but it went back a window, so I'm terrible.
Why'd you try to
No,
go
you're fine, it
back?
happens.
Because I tried to cancel the roll, only... Yeah.
You could have just said, whoops, that doesn't...
See, I didn't think that far ahead.
No, that was right. He clicked on the intelligence. He just needed to click on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait, so it's 3 individual rolls like intelligence, then
Then
And
charisma,
wisdom, then
and
okay.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
See, I was thinking like there's a way to make them all 3 happen at the same time, so...
Nope.
Oh,
that's
no,
what
no.
we were doing, but then you're not getting the bonus added to the 20 rolls.
Right.
So
Okay.
you weren't actually rolling as high as you could have been before.
But this guy that I'm playing with doesn't have a character sheet, but I could give him one. From...
So I did my intelligence check already, right?
Yeah, you did the intelligence. Next is wisdom.
Charisma.
Okay, charisma.
Both.
Yep, charisma and wisdom.
Well, here's wisdom.
A
20,
dirty 20. Nicey.
And then here's charisma.
$27.
27. Just barely.
What?
No, that adds up to more than 27.
No?
Yeah, it does. Because his
37.
wisdom was 20.
That's 40, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not 40. That's
No, we just...
37.
37. Yeah.
Let me see if I can get a character sheet in here.
So it'd be the 13, the 20, then the 4? Or I'm confused. But which column? Because I see 2 numbers. Because...
The first one,
First
I
one.
think she's rolling with advantage. Rolling with advantage automatically rolls 2 numbers. And then you
Yes.
take
How do
a-
I not roll with advantage?
It's in the settings, but that's okay. You just take the
That's okay.
first
You just
the
take
first
the
one
first
in that
one.
one. Yeah.
Alright, so 13,
I'm gonna-
24. 24 plus 13. 37.
Let me see if I can find a.
So then you won.
Yes, 37 is better than 29.
Yep. I was gonna pull up a character sheet for another one, but that's fine. I'll just roll 3, and that'd be it for this. But okay, so you won.
Yay.
So he says, "Oh, that was a hard game, but you did well, my friend. Suppose I should pay up and tell you what I know."
Mm-hmm.
So he said, "I saw that guy that you're talking about. This kinky red hair. He said he was in here drinking late with that guy Volo, but then Volo left and he met somebody else. What was the guy's? Let's see, what was the guy's name again? It was some Neverember. That's it. It was Rainer Neverember.
Rainer Neverember. Do you happen to know
What's up
anything
with all
about
these
this
odd
guy?
names?
Yeah, Austin would know about this guy. He's son of the former.
I live here too. Would I know about him?
Yeah, I'm sure everybody would know this name. Anybody who lives in Waterdeep. He's the son of the former Open Lord of Waterdeep. The way the Lords of Waterdeep work is there's one guy that like is in charge of the city, and there's like 4 or 5, I think, other masked figures that keep their identity private. And they're the Lords of Waterdeep. They're the ones that are in charge of everything. And like I said, the one guy, people know who he is. This is the son of the former Open Lord of Waterdeep.
What was he doing with him?
Yeah, kind of suspicious that somebody like that would be in a tavern like this.
They seem to be good friends. It's not uncommon for some of these people to come in places like this. It's a good place to hide, especially if you don't want people to know where you're at.
Well, that's true. I mean, somebody of that caliber, I mean, it's pretty much a noble.
Yeah.
For somebody like that to be in a tavern like this, that would mean that he's probably not up to much good. I mean, there's got to be a reason why he's hiding.
Well, if you know anything about them, this Neverember boy, he loves his drink.
Is it that good to, like, is the drink here that good? Like, I start like looking around, like maybe I should get a drink.
So, on the last game, Mason, did you take the extra 2 gold?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so you won 2 gold back. You won all your money back. So you're back to where you were.
Okay.
But okay, you guys gonna ask any questions?
Ethereal will step in and ask if he knows any other hangouts of this rich kid.
I do know that when they were leaving, there were 5 other fellows that kind of followed him out.
Was there anything distinctive about them?
Yeah, they all had tattoos. One of them, I'm pretty sure, looked like a snake with wings.
Go figure.
Oh, well, it looks like we need to be looking into those people a little bit.
I have seen those guys around. They seem to frequent this warehouse out on Candle Lane. It's got a winged serpent and a sign above the door.
Anything else you can tell us?
Just that those guys that followed him out didn't look like they were friends with these guys.
Did you overhear if any of the 5 guys were talking about doing something?
Oh, I didn't hear. I was too busy playing the game. But I did notice these guys are kind of hard to miss.
Random question. Is rich kid, his face missing as well? Is he doing good?
Nobody, I haven't seen him in here in the past 2 days.
2 days.
About the same time that Flume, whatever his name is. So they might both be missing, so that might be something to look into.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, if he's not missing, we need to talk to him. If he is missing, then we need to find him.
Kaylin might be a good place to start.
Where?
Candle Lane, the warehouse.
Candy Lane?
Candy
Candy
Lane.
Land.
Mountain, Charlie.
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
So are you guys heading out of the tavern?
Yeah, I think
Um,
we've probably exhausted about the amount of information this guy's gonna know.
I'd like to glance around the tavern to all the patrons to see if, by chance, anyone there has these same tattoos.
All right.
Yeah, good luck with your perception. It's not liking me today.
There's nobody here with those tattoos. You can tell that these are not the same guys.
Hey, Lakotos, our mutual friend had a running in with these people. Do you suppose that she might have more information on them?
He just looks at him and says, "You know, she might. I mean, it's right now we really don't have a whole lot to go on, and
It's
Yeah.
very important to have more information about people you don't know at all before
Yeah.
you were to walk into something.
yeah, and that's the thing. That's what he says. Like, you know, we don't really have a whole lot of information to go off of right now. We're just kind of chasing around leads at this point."
I might
I mean,
have a
prob-
contact within the city who could help us.
Oh, I do too.
Okay. I mean, like we're
Um,
right now we're at information. So I mean,
going-
he's just like, "Hey, let's go for it." I mean, we can't really hurt anything by doing it.
I'm gonna approach Ren and say, "Hey, I know you and your family are a little bit more prominent in the city, especially compared to me. Would you happen to have an idea of someone we could talk to get information about these people?"
Do I have a contact, DM?
Why don't we take our next break? And when we come back, we'll find out more about the Zentarum. Dun dun dun.